Good morning, student. I'm Rose. Today we are in the next session of this chapter, that is Standard 7, Chapter 3, The Sultans of the Delhi. Okay, in the last video we have learned something about the Tahitians and the fortification. Okay, today's video we learn about the Mughal attack. That means how the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad bin Tughlaq attack, or we can say response toward the Mughal invasion. Okay, so there were various difficulties faced by the sultans. In last video, we have seen what are the how these sultans, what we call how these sultans face difficulty towards the local chieftains or the other samantas of the neighboring provinces. Okay, so today today we are going to talk how this Mughal, or we can say under the Genghis Khan, how he invaded, or we can say how he conquered, or how he used to attack towards the different countries. Okay, so if you talk about what is Mughal, Mughal is actually a Chinese tribal society who were so much powerful. That means under the Genghis Khan, that means they were a group of tribal people who were so much powerful under the Genghis Khan. They were not soldiers, but the group of tribals, or we can say tribal society, tribal people under the leadership of Genghis Khan. They were become so much powerful and what we call so much powerful, and they were a warrior. Okay, so when they started from China, they started to attack towards the different countries, even the Europe, or we can say different Asian countries like Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, then Arabia. These are the areas where this people, or these Mongols started to conquer. Because in the northeast, if we talk about northeast of India, there is full of mountains, yes or no? So what we call, they can only enter from the north. That means towards the Pakistan, from the Pakistan, or we can say from the side of Pakistan. Northwest is the place from where this Mongol invaded India, or the other foreign ruler, even the Delhi Sultans. Even the Delhi Sultan came from the northwest, yes or not, from the Pakistan area. Okay, so these Mongols, when they started to enter, you can say the Mongols under the Genghis Khan invaded the Transocean in the northwest Iran in 1219. Okay, so you can see the time period of this Genghis Khan. You can say they invaded the northwest Iran, that means Iran, then your Turkish, then your Balochistan, Afghanistan. These are the areas they have already conquered, or we can say already annexed. These are places. Okay, in 1200 till 1200 they were in the northwest Iran. That means near the Kashmir, or we can say near the Punjab, in this area. Okay. So they attacked on the Delhi Sultan under the reign of Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, they attacked during the reign of during the reign of Alauddin Khilji and during the reign of the Tughlaq. So let us see that how this both ruler respond towards the Mughal invasion in different way. Okay, so first of all, see the first point, that is about Alauddin Khilji. That is, Delhi was attacked twice in 1219 AD and 1300 and 1302 to 1303. Okay, these are the time period of the attack or invasion, or we can say invaded Genghis Khan or Mughal during the reign of Alauddin Khilji. To tackle this, he raised large standing armies. So to prevent or protect the kingdom from Mughal invasion, he appointed, or he raised a large army, that means standing army in the front of from where this Mughal invasion wanted to enter. Okay, so this was the way of responding towards the Mughal invasion according to the Alauddin Khilji. Okay, now we'll see how this Muhammad of Tughlaq, that means respond towards the Mughal invasion. Delhi was attacked, under him also Mughal army was defeated, and he also raised a large standing army. Okay, so Alauddin Khilji did not attack, but instead of that, he formed a large combine of troop of army to stand erect towards the Mughal invasion, so that he cannot attack. Okay, but what he did, Muhammad of Tughlaq did, he even attacked the Mughal invasion and Mongols, and even these Mongols were defeated by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And also what he did, he also after defeating the Mongol, what he did, he even stand, or we can say even formed or raised this large standing army in the way of Mughal. Okay, so this was the two different way of responding towards the Mughal invasion. Another point, if you talk about construction a new garrison town named Seri. Okay, so when this during the attack or during the invasion, or we can say during the when Mughals started to invade India, this Alauddin Khilji, what we call Alauddin Khilji, made a new garrison town which was known as Seri. This was known as Seri in Delhi. They say Delhi. Okay, but what he did? What did Muhammad bin Tughlaq did? No garrison towns were constructed, rather all the garrisons were emptied and residents were moved to the new capital, Daulatabad in south. Okay. But this Alauddin Khilji, to protect his people, he constructed the new garrison town. But but Muhammad bin Tughlaq, what he did? He did not constructed the new garrison. Instead of that, what he did? He emptied, or we can say he made the people to empty the old garrison town, and he transported them to the new capital, Daulatabad, which is now in Maharashtra. Okay, Daulatabad is now in Maharashtra in south. Okay, in south. So this is what he did. Okay, so this Muhammad bin Tughlaq, what he did? He did not construct any new garrison town. Rather, what he did, instead of that, he emptied this old residents and and what he did, he transferred all these people to the new capital, that is called the Daulatabad in south. So this is what happened. Okay, another the tax in form of produce for the Alauddin Khilji, what he did, the tax in form of produce from Ganga Yamuna Gav was collected to feed soldiers, and taxes was fixed at 50% of Persian yield. Okay, so during the war, what he used to do, this Alauddin Khilji used, he collected, we can say to feed his soldier, he collected all the produce or all the crops from the Ganga Yamuna Dwab. Okay, so Ganga Yamuna Dwab was the place where this sultans or the people of Sultan, they have cleared the forest, and they made this agriculturists, or we can say patient or the farmers to agriculture, and make them to produce for the sultans or the peoples of Sultan. Okay, so the things which was produced in Ganga Yamuna Dwab was used for feeding the soldiers, and that means the taxes which was fixed for the patient or other part of the land under the Sultan. What he did, this Alauddin Khilji fixed the rate of what we call 50% rate of patient yield. That means we call the taxes was collected from other places. Okay, for the sultans. Okay, so this for feeding the soldiers, he collected the produce from the Ganga Yamuna Dwab, and for the tax he was collecting from different places. Okay, so this was what he did, this Alauddin Khilji did. Okay, another is that if you talk about Muhammad bin Tughlaq, you can see produce from same area was collected as tax to feed army, and addition tax was imposed. This led to famine. That means what Muhammad bin Tughlaq did, he collected the taxes from the same places, and from the same places he even fed the soldiers. Okay, so this was very difficult for the agriculturists or the patients who used to pay the taxes or to feed the soldiers. So it led to a very great destructions for the common people or the patients or the farmers. Okay. Another point, if you talk about, salaries to soldiers were paid in taxes rather than iktas. The prices of the goods were controlled in Delhi. Merchants who sell against the prescribed rate were punished. Okay, so Alauddin Khilji, what he did, he paid the soldiers, or we can say paid the salary to the soldier in form of a cash. Not in the form of a iktas. Iktas means a land grant. Okay, so instead of iktas or the land grants, he gave the soldiers a salary in the form of a cash. Okay, and he even fixed the rate of the market, or we can say the rate prices for the different things or the different goods. Okay. Okay, so and when he fixed the rate of the different goods, the merchant or the other people or those who all went against this rate or the fixed rate, they were used to give the they used to have, or we can say they used to get the punishment from the sultans if they were caught. Okay. The another is that same this what we call Muhammad bin Tughlaq also did the same thing, but what he did, he also paid the salary in cash but used token current. Okay, he used the token current, and this was made of cheap metals. People did not trust that, and it was counterfeit a lot, and people used that only to pay taxes. Okay, so what he did, he also paid the salaries to the soldier in form of a cash. But what he did, he used the token current. He used the token current, and this token current was made up of made of a cheap metals. Okay, this token current was made of a cheap metals. Due to that, people did not trust this this token current. Okay. So what they did, people were what we call unsatisfied with this, and what they did, this token were what the common people did, they instead of due to unsatisfied or dissatisfied, they only paid taxes in the form of a what we call they use this token current to pay only the taxes. So these was the changes, or these was the difference between the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Another, if we talk about another point, his administration measures were quite successful, and chronicle praised him. He successfully withstood the threat of Mughal invasion. Okay, so the administration, or we can say the Alauddin Khilji's administration was being praised by different chronicles or the authors or the people. Okay, and he also succeeded in this. Due to that, the people trust more in Alauddin Khilji. Okay, if we talk about this, what we call Muhammad bin Tughlaq, people did not satisfied with the administration of the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, because what he did during the Mughal invasion, he shifted the people from the old garrison towards the Daulatabad. Due to that, people were unsatisfied, and even he imposed the taxes so much high that made the common people so much difficult for themselves. Okay, so this was the comparative what we call response towards the Mughal Empire. That was the difference between the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad bin Tughlaq towards the response of the Mughal invasion. Okay, so what they used, due to no doubt there were many different policy of Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, so what happened? That means, according to the authors or according to the chroniclers, what happened? There was so much defect in the policies or the administration of the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So what they did, that means the plan, or we can say, but they like the administration of the Alauddin Khilji more, because he did not make them to empty the what we call garrison town of the old one, but instead of that, what he did, he built the new garrison town for the common people. So that is why they praise more the Alauddin Khilji, and not the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So this was the comparative what we call response towards the Alauddin Khilji towards the Mughal, according to the Alauddin Khilji and the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we will see the sultans in the 15th and 16th century. What happens after the Delhi sultans? Thank you for now.